Hi Apurva, how are you?
Hello, sir. I'm fine. How are you?
You are not looking fine, yaar.
Meaning?
Nervous हो रही हो क्या? डर रही हो क्या बात है?
No, sir.
तो मुस्कुराइए फिर ऐसी क्या बात है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Apurva, hi, how are you? Congratulations on your selection to the point that you are going to go for the personality test. Just a few questions. Is this your first attempt or you've been there before?
Sir, interview-wise, it's my first, but it's my third attempt overall.
Okay. Third attempt. Okay, wonderful. उससे पहले you've cleared prelims?
No, sir.
So this is the first like prelims and mains फटाफट निकल गया, दोनों ही निकल गया.
Yes, sir.
तो अब इसको लास्ट अटेम्प्ट कर देना चाहिए ना?
Yes, sir.
है ना? इसके आगे तो नहीं देना है फिर से.
बिल्कुल नहीं.
चलिए. तो having got just to know a little about you, now let me tell you that how am I qualified to talk to you. So my name is Vivek. I'm the first batch of prelims, 1979, 1980. Your medium of language is English or Hindi?
English.
Okay, fine. So because I am from Lucknow, so I'm comfortable both in Hindi and English.
Okay.
So I qualified in 79-80, which is the first batch of prelims. And in that particular year, I got 212 out of 250 in my interview. So, which in today's language would probably translate to getting 235 out of 275. So maybe I do know something about interviews and how to give interviews. I was actually the topper of my batch then. And it's by sheer God's grace that 2 years running now, the children who have been coached by me have topped the IAS interview, securing 206, 210, and things marks like that. They have topped, actually, they've topped, whatever be the marks. Now, what I'm also trying to tell, I don't do a mock interview. This is not a mock interview. So I don't know if you've been doing mock interviews and stuff like that. You would have been doing it, I'm sure. But this is not a mock interview. I'm here to just tell you how to go about the business of an interview. What are the fundamentals which you need to practice so that you are able to crack the interview with something like 180, 190, 200 marks. Now, what are your expectations from this? I'll just make a note of that.
Sir, I was told that you will be asking some questions and then I can ask my doubts. And that is it. I mean, I was not told much about what else are we going to do here.
Okay, how many mock interviews have you done so far?
2.
What was your experience?
First mock was good because I was expecting that I will be very nervous. But in second mock, I did not perform as well as I expected.
So when you say first was good and second not good, what was your basis?
In my first mock, I was not having any reference, so maybe because of that. But when my first mock went good, so I was expecting my second mock to be better, but it did not go better than the previous. Yeah, one was walk-in mock, while the other in the other one it was online because lockdown was already imposed.
Okay, so and these are with people who are from. They are IAS officers who took your mock interview. Who took your mock interview?
Yes, sir. For the first one, there were IAS, IPS, and IFS officers. In the second one, few of them were professors from universities.
Okay. So I am here basically to tell you a couple of fundamentals about mock of the interview. The first, and this is based on the conversation that I've had with the actual members of UPSC. So because my batchmate Sujata is on the panel, she's a member there. And so Rajiv Nayan Chaube is, he's my junior. Smita Nagarajan is my junior. Satyavati ma'am is there. She's worked with me and she's part of the civil service. And the others also. Now, what is most important is that they have all said that Vivek, 50% of the marks that Apurva will get are decided in the first 5 to 7 minutes of the interview. 50%. And 25% of your marks will be determined on the basis of the last 5 to 7 minutes. So if you talk between 5 and 6 and 5 and 7 and 5 and 7, you're talking, let's say, between 10 to 12 minutes of the conversation, either both at the beginning and as well as the end. They determine a very large percentile of the marks that you will get. In between, there'll be a lot of conversation that will happen. And I continuously will use the word conversation because that is what it should be. It's not a question and answer session. So if you've gone through mock interviews where you've given questions and answers, that's not the best way to go about it. I mean, that's like a 170 performance. I'm looking at a 200 plus performance, and which is what I expect from you. So you have to make it into a conversation. Now, the way to go about this, so I just give you a few tips. The first thing is throughout your conversation, you have to remain very respectful. So respect is very important. Now, respect is at 3 levels. One is the level of your attire, the other is the level of your attitude, and the third is the level of your aptitude and answers. Any questions in between, because I said again, this is a conversation between you and me, and I'd just like to take you through what I consider are the points that you need to do, very importantly, not to do. And if you've done that, I guarantee you'll get 190 plus. So as I said, number one, you have to remain respectful. Now, respectful, first thing, as I said, is in your attire. The first thing of your respectfulness is, again, very important, is eye contact. Now, you have to maintain 100% of the time, you have to maintain eye contact. At no moment of time from the time you enter into the room till the time you are getting up from the chair to leave, your eye contact has to be with either one or many members at the same time. So point number one, when somebody is asking you a question, 100% of your eye contact has to be with the person who's asking you that question, even if he's not looking at you. The panel has the liberty, they have the capacity to do it. They could be asking you a question, not directly looking at you. They could be looking up and say, Apurva, can you tell us, but you will look at only the person who's asking you that question. That's 100%. When you are answering, you will look at least 60 to 65% of the time at the person who asked you the question. But for the balance 35 to 40% of the time, you will be eye contacting with all other members of the panel in a very subtle kind of way to ensure that you are trying to communicate the fact that even though you have not asked me that question, I want you to be connected to me because I want to be connected to you. And I want you to listen to my answer, even though you didn't ask the question. And I'm not just stating this only to the person who's asked the question, but I'm actually stating it to all of you. So please remain connected with me, even if they are not looking at you, but you'll keep shifting your eyes to all of them. So this is something. Now, how do you do that? As I said, the best friend for you from now till the time, when was your interview plan? And what is the 15 June? 15 June?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it's obviously been postponed.
Yes, sir.
So you'll probably be going around sometimes in July. You have time. Now, so Apurva, you need to practice by sitting in front of the mirror. Your best friend for the next 2 months is the mirror. And record it. Record it. Same question. Answer it once, twice, thrice. Play it yourself, and you'll see that which is the one in which you're looking most impressive. If you are